Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope you all had a nice, restful Labor Day weekend if you had it off. I heard it was very nice here. I wasn't in town, but overall, really nice weekend in ENC for everyone who hung out here. Maybe you went to the beach.
So you were hanging out down in Miami, maybe going to the beach.
I was down in Florida, and I really wanted to go to the beach. However, it rained every day I was there.
That's such a bummer to go down to South Florida.
Yep.
Where it's kind of, you got to get out to the beach and enjoy the great weather. Rain most of the time?
Yeah, my friend and I, we were planning on going to the beach, and then she has a pool in her apartment complex. So we did that one day, just hoping that maybe we could just catch a little bit of sun. We were out there for 5 minutes before it just poured. It looked like hurricane rain, just whipping all over the place.
Well, the weather here was amazing.
I'm glad to hear that. But I'm glad to hear that it's sticking around. I know when I got back yesterday, it felt great.
We had one of the best holiday weekends, weather-wise, Labor Day weekends, I can remember in a long time. And it does continue today. We're keeping the really nice stuff going today and tomorrow. We're going to change things up a little bit late week. Some heat coming. It is still summer. A lot of you have said summer's done. It's not done yet, and you'll know that later this week into the weekend. The heat's going to crank back up, but not going to last too long. It's going to be a short deal. I'll talk about that, get you updated on our little tropical potential development area. Details on that as well coming up just a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before we dive into that, yesterday there was another Powerball drawing. Yesterday's jackpot was, I believe, 1.1 billion, and no winning lottery, no winners, nobody matched all six numbers there, which means there's going to be another drawing on Wednesday, and that bumps the jackpot up to $1.3 billion. So yesterday we spoke to a few optimistic people who were out and about.
You have to laugh just saying the numbers.
I know.
It's ridiculous, right?
I know, yeah.
1.3 billion, not million. I remember the first time it even flirted with a billion, I thought, this is impossible. But that, it just shows you how many people are playing lottery and how quickly that money grows. I always hope for a jackpot like this that you get a dozen winners. That's not going to happen. One person's going to become a billionaire. But it'd be nice if that money got spread out.
I agree. I mean, there were a few winners from yesterday's drawing for, I believe there were 2 tickets, one actually from North Carolina. I don't know where exactly in North Carolina, but they had won a $2 million prize. So that's pretty nice. The other one was...
I think that's missing one number, I guess?
Yeah, missing one number.
Okay.
I believe it's all 5, just not the Powerball number. I think that's how it is. And then there was another one in Montana who also won the $2 million, and then there were 10 tickets across the country that won a $1 million prize. So people are winning, but obviously just not that jackpot yet. So we'll see that continue to climb.
You get that weak little consolation of $2 million.
Yeah.
So sad.
Whatever.
I'm crying some tears for you. But yeah, it's an unbelievable number.
Yeah.
No
so
doubt.
we actually spoke to a few people ahead of yesterday's drawing. We had Stephen Glover out in New Bern talking to a few people, what they were hoping for, what they would do if they were to win a prize like this, what kind of things they would consider buying, if they'd like to share the wealth at all. So we're going to listen in on one of the people who he spoke to yesterday about it all. This is what they had to say. Let's see.
I feel very lucky to get my ticket here. You have a lot of winners that come through here. Yeah. $5 ticket be $2,000. You know what I mean? You got one lady that comes in here and she ticket after ticket after ticket. She be winning big.
So she gave me 3 $2 tickets.
Yeah, so again, tomorrow's drawing, tomorrow. I'm losing track because it's not Monday. It's Tuesday.
Wednesday.
So Wednesday night's drawing, that'll bring it up to $1.3 billion. So keep playing, You might get lucky. Who knows? It might keep climbing, though.
I mean, you can buy a few tickets. What the heck? But you have 2 options. I was doing some of the math. So $1.3 billion, you can take the lump sum with a penalty. And the penalty on 1.3 leaves you with close to $600 million. So you can take $600 billion, or you can do annual payments for 29 years to the equivalent of the 1.1. 1.3 gets you 1.1 over 29 years. If you take the lump sum, Imagine this. So you take the lump sum of $600 million over 10 years. You average it out over 10 years, that's $60 million a year. That comes down to $5 million a month for 10 years. Every month for the next 10 years, you get $5 million. I mean, isn't that just unbelievable when you think of it that way? Of course, there's that big penalty. You lose half the money, but you're still, even losing half the money.
A nice chunk of change there.
It's $1.2 million a week if we break it down further. So every week you get over $1 million. It does get taxed, so I should mention
That's true.
as well.
This is all before taxes.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to recognize.
I think tax is like 27% or something like
Yeah.
that. So, but anyway, the mind boggles. I know for me, the first thing I do is everybody in my life that I love gets taken care of right out of the box.
Yeah,
Get all that done and then
Paying
start
off
thinking
debts,
about
bills, all of the things for all of my family there.
Yeah, make sure they have no longer any financial stresses. As they say, money doesn't buy happiness, but I do believe that security certainly can give you a lot of peace.
It goes a long way.
It's a big chunk of the way towards it. So anyway, maybe somebody local can win. That would be nice.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Go grab a Powerball ticket if you're feeling lucky.
Tomorrow night, the drawing.
Tomorrow night.
Let's get into the weather a little bit.
Yeah.
We've got $1 million forecast for you. Let's go $1 billion forecast. The really good weather continues outside right now. If you're getting ready to hop out of your home outside, it's in the 50s inland. We give you a look outside the studio. That's just outside the front of the studio. Arlington Boulevard, the mall's right under the banner there, and looking good. I think, what is it, not Best Buy, some of those retail shops across the street there from Arlington and Greenville Boulevard. And again, very nice start to the day. Blue skies in Beaufort County. I'm missing some data on the Washington gauge this morning, but it's about 58 as well. Excuse me. And the wind's at about 10 out of the northeast. New Bern, a very nice 6-2 to start for you. North wind at 5 to 10. Dew point temp at about 60. That's a nice dry air mass. Feeling good again for a couple more days. This afternoon, yesterday, the last several days, we've generally topped out around 80, 81 degrees. We're just going to keep this party going today, tomorrow as well. Mostly sunny skies, highs in the low 80s, north-northeast wind, 10 miles an hour. Cool start, warm finish. SatRad looks good. That's 6 hours I just rolled you through. There's generally nothing in the sky out there, folks, till you get offshore. Those showers well offshore, that's where they're going to stay. Just kind of loitering around off the coast over the next few days. So we're good. Let's get into the details. There's your temps across the board. Hatteras to high market 72, to Frisco, Buxton, Avon, Hatteras Village, generally around 70 degrees, even up to Manio 69, Crystal Coast mid-60s, I'd say, Beaufort at 6-7, and then shave 10 off that. When you start getting into the blue shading, those are your 50s from Kinston, Greenville, Windsor, Ahoskie, and Points West over to Kenansville, Mount Olive, Goldsboro, Sharpsburg, Wilson, Tarboro to Scotland Neck. Very cool, crisp 57 on average. All right, winds 5 to 10, north-northeast. Afternoon high at 81-ish degrees. Normal high around 86 in early September. So yeah, these are still more like late September numbers headed into early October. A little early with the nice numbers for you. On the beaches, if you're doing that today, upper 70s, both sand and surf. High risk, dangerous rip currents, Outer Banks. That higher risk comes all the way down to Cape Lookout. Ocracoke, you're at a moderate risk. And then Cape Lookout into western Carteret County, that risk drops to low. So they've got several different risk levels from Hatteras southward. Keep that in mind. Check your local beach, all right, when you head out, if you're going out there. Sunshine abounds. Lather up the sunblock, 15 on the wind. Low tide coming up shortly at 9 a.m. We'll roll back to a high tide around 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. All right, tropical update. We are in the heart of the hurricane season. Usually the busiest time of the hurricane season. The fact that we're only watching one area right now, that's a little victory. A lot of times we're watching 3 or 4 different areas this time of the year. That orange shading on the graphic, development zone, potential development zone at 60% from the hurricane center, medium. If they go to 70, that'll be considered a high risk for development. I think it's going to happen. This thing will likely come together, maybe a tropical depression late week, and then as we get into the weekend, we may have Gabrielle out there. But the bulk of the tropical model data shows this thing indeed coming together, but staying offshore the U.S. as we get into next week. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the way things are going to unfold, but it certainly is good to see that trend right out of the box. We'll see how it all plays out as we get towards the weekend next week. Right now, we're still waiting for the thing to come together. A lot of time to watch that. And again, outside of that, nothing. Caribbean, quiet. Gulf of Mexico looks unusually good for early September. Off the southeast coast, a lot of showers and storms out there, but nothing organized. All right, we're good. Don't worry about all those reds you see out there. No area of low pressure developing. All righty. So we'll come back home, show you the setup through the week. That high pressure, that's our buddy right now, bringing that northeast flow down the east coast. The nice weather. A little weak low back to the west, staying back there. That next cold front and its rain. Trying to get here Thursday into Friday unsuccessfully. Watch what happens. I'll get you into Thursday. Front's headed eastbound. Looks like we're going to get wet. Looks like a front's coming. That front collapses Thursday night into Friday. Just washes out. So nothing there Friday. There's another front behind it. That one will have better success getting here, it looks like. Saturday, mid-afternoon, we're good. Tailgaters should be okay as far as rain. But yeah, that hot, that will definitely apply. Looks like low 90s Saturday afternoon right now ahead of that front. That mild behind the front, that'll be Sunday, or warm I probably could have used Sunday and the Monday. We'll break the heat a bit. Watch down to Phoenix, so you think we're hot? Woo! 106, 107, desert southwest down into Texas and South Florida. Hot and muggy. Some of the best weather in the nation, I'd say, right here. Next couple of days. Low 80s, sunny skies. Lows again tomorrow morning into the 50s for some areas inland. And then that heat to 90, 92. Aden Collard Festival. Rides will open up Thursday night. Friday night, the rides, the vendors, and the food booths will all open up. And then the big day Saturday parade at 10 a.m. Collard Eating Festival, 2 p.m. Saturday. The heat is on with the low 90s. Rain chance, Gigi, 20%, I think, late Saturday night. Should be good for the Pirates as they open their homes, their first home game of the season. Again, Saturday, 6 p.m. I'll have a full forecast on the game for you coming up at 8 a.m. But we should be good in terms of rain. Okay. Going to be hot for the Pirates and for the fans tailgating with some low 90s.
Right.
But it's I think it's more important that we get a dry day, and we should be dry. Don't get hung up on that 20%. Not much rain there on game day.
Yeah, of course the heat's coming back as soon as everyone wants to be outside enjoying the game, going to the festivals.
Hottest day of the next 2 to 3 weeks this Saturday. Wouldn't you know
Wonderful.
it? I know. I'm just the messenger.
But it'll still be fun, and
Yes,
obviously
yeah.
you just need to make sure that you're staying hydrated, just taking care of yourself and others around you as well. I know tailgating can get really exciting, and sometimes you can forget some water, electrolytes, so just keep that in mind.
I think what you said is important to fully recognize as well. This is doable.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a heat advisory, and you can get heat advisories this time of the year. It's a low 90-degree high, a heat index near 98, with a low chance for rain, a lot of sunshine. So yeah, you stay hydrated, you wear the right clothing, you be smart, and enjoy tailgating.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun, just a little on the warm side.
Yeah, no problem there.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll be back again at 8 o'clock for another news and weather update, but just want to say hello and good morning really quickly to Kathy, Amanda, and George. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back at 8. I hope you all can join us then. Have a good one.
Bye.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.